Marvel Rivals' newest game mode, the Zombie Game Mode, is finally here. It's a PvE wave-based survival, and it's honestly extremely addicting. If you're tired of playing ranked 24/7, or you're tired of all the toxicity in the game in general, then I highly encourage you to check out the Zombie Survival mode. And what I have for you today is a quick start guide so you get a good understanding of just how the gameplay works. And if you're new here or find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed yet, why not? It's completely free and you're coming back anyways. Only 8% of you that actually watch my videos are subscribed, so might as well sub. But that's enough about that, let's dive straight into the video. With the intro out of the way, let's talk about our mode and mechanics. Now, first and foremost, the game mode is a 4-player co-op, meaning if you got 5 friends, one friend is gonna have to sit out, unfortunately. And right now, currently, you can only choose from a couple of characters: Punisher, Magic, Thor, Blade, and of course Jeff the Landshark. Because why wouldn't Jeff the Landshark be in a survival mode? It's kind of funny in my opinion. So just looking at everything off of Rip, you have Punisher, Magic, Thor, Blade, and Jeff the Landshark. You have abilities that you can choose throughout the match, and then you have traits. Now the traits are interesting. You gain these by just playing the game mode in general. With that, you can have increased single bullet damage, increased damage boost, increase the headshot, increase the magazine capacity, increase the rate of fire. Then for your shotgun, you can do the same exact thing. And again, like I said, as you level up, you can reassign points and reset as you will. For rewards, we see that we get these claim. We have sprays, we have everything else that's pretty cool in my opinion. Different skins. Then for Magic, you can see we also have these traits. Now the interesting thing is Khonshu's Blessing. When you go to Khonshu's Blessing, this is where things get a little bit interesting. It's kind of like the Ultron game mode, if you remember that, where you have the general blessings, which is maximum health, damage boost, vitality boost. You have damage dealt, Moonlight Protection, so damage received, maximum health, damage dealt, and it goes up and up and up with upgrades. And then you have character specific, where you have the general, and then you have the swift execution, and you have crescent wheel. This is the circles and floating around you, and this continues along. It's all pretty cool. There's leaderboards, and I think the game mode is honestly pretty cool in my opinion. Now let's talk about the different modes. So you have normal mode, you have hard mode, you have extreme, Nightmare 1, Nightmare 2, and Nightmare 3 and Nightmare 4. Now, at the beginning of every single match, you will spawn with 10 blessings. This is where you can pick your power-ups and different abilities like that. Kind of like the Ultra game mode, like I previously explained, where you choose power-ups based on whatever character you're playing. For instance, I'm playing Punisher, and you can do upgrades for Punisher's primary, secondary weapon, and overall base stats. Now, in this game, you might be thinking, why is there 3 Punishers in my match? Well, there is no character limit. In my opinion, from playing this, it seems like Jeff is a very solid pick. The character is pretty damn good, just like in normal ranked play, unfortunately. But for the most part, you have the eliminate all zombies at the top of your screen. It tells you how many zombies you want to, take out, of course. Then you have different checkpoints to reach to every single time you complete it. And if somebody's AFK or is stuck in some random spot, if you go to the zone, it will eventually teleport your teammate to you. And as you can see, the horde approaches, and you can see through the walls just where the zombies are and how many are coming at you. Again, at the top of your screen, you see 120 zombies are running at us. So now, you might have noticed something at this point is that zombies highlighted in the red color, or highlighted in red in general, are the more powerful zombies, in my opinion, is what I like to describe them as. These ones in particular are a lot faster. There's other ones a little bit later on where it's soldier ones. They throw grenades, and then there is the bigger soldier ones that have a shield and a baton, which are pretty tanky and can be annoying to deal with, but overall they're pretty solid. Another big thing to keep in mind, in my opinion, it seems like as you play more and more of this game mode, when you get into the later rounds, it gets a little bit laggy, and I think it's just like server capacity overload, in my opinion. There's just like so much going on that it's hard for the server to keep up, as what I've noticed. But overall, the game mode, regardless of whatever you want to call it, is definitely fun. It's a good change of pace, in my opinion, and I'm glad that Marvel Rivals is doing something like this, because it was getting a little bit repetitive, in my opinion, of everything going on. But that's just me. Now, hopefully you can kind of see it, but the zombies are throwing nades. Those are the soldier zombies like I talked about previously. You do have to be careful. Definitely avoid those as best as possible. Sometimes they teleport around. It can be a little bit buggy at points, but definitely overall, dodge it as best as you can. My teammates like go 1 HP, but overall pretty solid.
Powerful surge of chaos energy has washed over Grand Central Station. My avatar shall clear the path for you.
Gonna go ahead and buy just a ton of stuff. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I mean, it looks like you go throughout the entire map, which is pretty interesting. I mean, not interesting, but pretty cool. Now at wave 5 or phase 4 out of 9, whatever you want to describe it as, you get a mini event or mini boss, whatever you want to call it, where you have to defend this pillar against the horde of zombies. Of course, as you play harder and harder levels or harder and harder waves, it's going to be more and more zombies. But this is also where you see the introduction of the bigger zombies, which is the one with the shield and the baton, like I talked about earlier. They're pretty tanky, so definitely try to focus down as best as possible, which is pretty cool. Seems like we got bosses, like mini bosses essentially. Yeah, they take so much damage. Holy. Yeah, these guys are pretty tough, to be fair, like right off the rip. Good aim trainer. So after defeating or beating this mini event, whatever you want to call it, so you actually get to spin the random blessing. Basically, this gives you some extra points you can use for purchases, like upgrades for your weapon and upgrades for the general use. Which is a nice touch, in my opinion. It's kind of like spinning the mystery box back in COD Zombies, if you played COD Zombies, but that's kind of like that in my opinion. So at Wave 5, this is where you get your first, I guess, boss or mini-boss, which is the Namor boss. He's pretty cool. You definitely recommend shooting the squids as fast as possible, just like playing against the Namor in the game in general. Getting rid of the squids is the first and biggest priority, as this is your means to do damage. As you destroy the squids, you can see the little things flying up to Namor himself, and it's actually doing damage to his health bar. At the beginning of the phase, you can't deal damage to Namor himself, but once he breaks that outer shield, by shooting the squids, then you can do damage. So that's why you have to shoot the squids. If you're confused why you're not doing damage, it's because you gotta shoot the squids. I've learned that the hard way already. Nice. So you have to defeat Namor at phase 5, which is pretty cool, mini boss. Then we can purchase, we got some blessings. Let's go for more damage, I think. We're headshot multiplier as well. It's a little laggy, but it's alright. So these zombies throw grenades to keep in mind. Soldier zombies, they throw grenades. So that is something to keep in mind, so you don't get blasted. So after accumulating all these points from both the Namor fight and the previous wave, I highly encourage you actually to hit the random slot because you can get some pretty cool power-ups. Some of them, again, it's gambling, but I got 5 additional cards, which is pretty cool, so definitely something to keep in mind if you're playing this mode. I'm slacking, what the hell? It is so laggy. I mean, you get the idea though. Pretty straightforward zombie game mode. There's waves for mini bosses, kind of like the Left 4 Dead, honestly, in my opinion. You have to break the walls.
Energy. The truth lies close, deep within the underground theater.
So we're gonna go for more damage, but so just to let you know, round 5 or 6, you have the Namor mini boss or boss. Then round 10, you also have the main boss. Through that, there is many events or many characters, which are pretty cool, where you have the decent-sized zombie soldiers with the shield, then you have the ones that throw grenades, then you have the faster-moving zombies as well. All pretty cool. Very unique approach. Seems like Jeff is pretty good in this game mode, honestly. Oh my god, it is so laggy. So it seems like if you want to play this game mode, the game mode isn't perfect. And it seems like as more and more zombies come, unfortunately, it gets laggier and laggier. Oh, I'm gonna die. No. Oh, that's cool. It seems like these zombies do get a little bit bugged sometimes, which is unfortunate, but... Bro, maybe I'm slacking in comparison to these guys. Kinda not holding my weight. Bro, the zombies are bugged, so... Good.
Proceed to Avenger's Tower. I sense the Queen of the Dead's magic coalescing there.
Got an endless supply of ammo with Wanda's name on it.
So round 9 is that round. This is gonna be round 10. And this is the final boss round. There's probably phases to the boss like in game. $153K. Boss. So she has a barrier phase. She gets stunned. Dodge. See Reality Eraser going down, and the boss is dead. I mean, overall, in my opinion, a pretty cool game mode. Like I said, if you want to take a break from just playing the game or playing the game in a different way, highly encourage you picking it up. Like I said, you can pick 5 different classes. You can only play with 4 other players, or 3 other players, including yourself, of course. Overall, pretty fun game mode. You do get rewards at the end where you can go back, upgrade the abilities that you have, whether it's the turret, zipline, shotgun, whatever. Overall, pretty fun experience. Definitely encourage you checking out and playing. And hopefully this gave you a little bit of a head start or a jump start to how this game mode actually works. So of course, if you're new here or find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed yet, why not? It's completely free and you're coming back anyways. It's one of the best ways of helping out the channel. And if you want some other forms of content, definitely recommend checking out some of my other videos on the channel as well. But regardless, I hope you have a great and safe day, and I'll catch you in the next one.